Welcome to my Design Through the Signs video series. I'm so excited you're here. My name is Daniela West. I am the founder of the Humanista Co-Creative, and I love to combine astrology, human design, branding, and coaching to really help you express your unique purpose, create magnetic messaging to really translate that out into the world in the digital space, to help you attract your ideal clients and really express your purpose and grow your business with impact and more abundance. So, what we're going to cover in today's video and in this series in general is an exploration of the zodiac signs and how you can leverage that unique energy to create a really unique brand for yourself. So, this video is going to cover the energy of Scorpio in particular. And for the occasion, I dressed up in my best little Scorpio CEO sultry outfit. You can even see I've got a little snake symbology going on in my earrings. So we're going to cover that in just a second. So what we're going to cover in this video are the unique characteristics of Scorpio. What is the personality of the Scorpio sign? How do those character traits express themselves? What is the unique role that Scorpio comes into this world to play as a leader? How you can apply that to being an entrepreneur, being a business owner. And I'm also going to show you a really unique, stunning visual example of how you can take these Scorpio characteristics and translate them into the screen through an actual website. So you're going to walk away with a lot of practical tips, a lot of visual inspiration for how you can more uniquely express these energies, leverage the powerful side of Scorpio more throughout your brand to really captivate and magnetize your ideal clients. So if you are an online business owner, if you're a spiritual entrepreneur, for example, if you have curiosity around astrology and how you can leverage your unique astrological makeup to craft a really compelling, super magnetic brand for yourself, then you're in the right place. This series is especially designed for you. And to get started, I would recommend, if you are not yet familiar with your birth chart, there are free websites out there where you can just pop in your birth details and pull up your birth chart. I will drop a link in the description below. I like to use astro.com as a free resource to look up birth charts. So you can go ahead and explore that website, pop in your birth details, and pull up your chart. And to keep things simple, I recommend focusing on some specific placements in your chart that will help you more uniquely express your personality. So first, I would recommend starting with your big three. Look at your big three, your sun, moon, and rising, aka ascendant signs. I also recommend looking at your Venus placement and looking at your Mercury placement. Mercury in particular is the planet of communication. So you can get a lot of great insight into your overall brand voice, your most magnetic messaging, specific keywords you can focus on as you are crafting content to speak to your ideal clients. So I would recommend starting with those placements, seeing if Scorpio appears in any of those. If you find Scorpio elsewhere in your chart, this video can also be super helpful and inspirational for you. And Scorpio is also associated with the 8th house. And so if you have any planets in the 8th house that are not in Scorpio, you will still gain so much from this video because 8th house can express itself through these Scorpio characteristics in your life as well. So with that being said, let's get into Scorpio. Let's talk about what are the characteristics of Scorpio and how does that manifest? How does that express itself in the real world? So Scorpio energy, as I mentioned before, we got the little snake going on in my earrings. So I think we should start there. When I think of Scorpio, I think of serpent. I think of the snake symbology, although it is often symbolized by a scorpion imagery as well. I've also seen it depicted in snake imagery. So when we think of snake, it's very much about shedding its skin. shedding its skin. Scorpio really represents this energy of transformation, of renewal, of the journey of constant death and rebirth, growing, outgrowing identities, shedding the old to allow space for the new to come in. It's a constant transformation of identity, a continuous evolution of the self. And the only way to continue growing is to find ways to let go of the old to make space for the new. So Scorpio can have an intensity to it. The journey of Scorpio energy is quite intense. It often revolves a lot around what's known as shadow work, which is a process of going into the unseen. So much of Scorpio and expressing this energy relies in going deep into the subconscious, the underworld, our own inner underworld, in terms of the qualities of ourselves that maybe we carry shame around, that maybe we don't want others to see. Scorpio is a water sign as well. It is a fixed water sign, and so all of the water signs have this deep innate access to intuition, to tapping into the subconscious. And Scorpio, in particular, is an incredibly intuitive sign. So, Scorpio, I also kind of think of it as sort of this sniper energy. Scorpio has almost this X-ray vision and this X-ray ability to like see into people's souls. Sometimes that can be a bit triggering to others. And so that's what I mean when I say Scorpio energy does carry this intensity to it. If you do carry strong Scorpio energy, you are meant to leverage that intensity, to leverage that deep intuitive ability as your greatest gift. Of course, nobody is designed to be everyone's cup of tea. We are all here to serve a very unique and specific collective with our gifts, with the unique ways we're astrologically designed. So if you are really resonating with Scorpio energy, if it's a strong placement in your chart in particular, I want to encourage you to really lean into the innate intuition and intensity of the Scorpio energy. One of the major roles of Scorpio in general is to facilitate and catalyze transformation in the self and in the lives of others. Scorpio is ruled by the planet of Mars as well as the planet of Pluto. Mars being the planet of action and war and passion, Pluto being the planet of deep transformation. And so when you combine those two energies, you really do get Scorpio, which is both a leader, carries a lot of power. Pluto is the planet of power as well and deep transformation. Mars is a very powerful energy as well from that planet. So you've really got this major powerhouse, someone who really can take action, who can really step up to the plate as a strong, fierce leader, but who also has that incredible ability to go really deep into the subconscious, deep underneath the surface of people's identities to help other people dig deep into their own transformation and evolution as human beings. So it's an incredible energy. And as far as characteristics, I would also say that it has a lot of strength, very bold, could also be a bit intimidating. There's definitely an edge to the Scorpio energy. You live in the underworld. You may be drawn to the occult. You may be drawn to very witchy things. You may be very drawn to tarot, shadow work, of course. You may be very drawn to, I don't know, things that some people might consider creepy, like taxidermy. I had this friend who was giving me such heavy Scorpio energy, and she created jewelry from like dead animals and bones and teeth and all this taxidermy related things. So that gave me such Scorpio vibes. I never found out her birth chart because this was before I got into astrology, but looking back, I'm like, that's exactly the Scorpio persona. I love it. You may be really into, tattoos, anything that's like very edgy, kind of anything very underground, very Scorpio. So think witchy, think woo, think sultry, think mysterious. Mysterious is definitely a huge characteristic of Scorpio. Think about darkness, transformation, that intensity, power as well. Think power, mysterious power. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and dive into a visual example so we can put all of this together, make more sense of these qualities and how you can actually visually express these to create a really amazing emotional impact on your audience. So this is a website that I've designed. It actually comes from my own collection of Squarespace website templates. This is called the Goddess Collection. So these are all inspired by a different zodiac sign. And for this video, I definitely wanted to show you Onyx, because Onyx was specifically designed and inspired by the sign of Scorpio. So this is perfect for this video. So what I want to show you in this visual example, I want to point out the fonts, some of the layout ideas. I want to explain the overall look and feel, the aesthetic, and how it is heavily channeling this Scorpio energy to give you a lot of practical tips, a lot of visual inspiration that you can take away from this video and incorporate into your very own brand. So I definitely want you to walk away with a lot of inspiration and fresh ideas. So right away, we can see most of this website is black. Immediately, I wanted to evoke this feeling of mystery, this feeling of intrigue, because Scorpio is so much about what's hidden, what's beneath the surface of what the eye can see. It's very much about the unseen, the unknown, diving into that fearlessly. We want to create this feeling of intrigue. Scorpio is a very mysterious sign, so it's very effective when you have a lot of Scorpio energy to do things that are going to enshroud things in some mystery, because it keeps people curious. You don't want to give everything away at once. You want to keep people feeling like there's more that I want to continue exploring here. This mystery is really intriguing. It's really captivating, really draws people in to stay engaged with your brand and your website. So I chose a lot of dark colors. Almost all the backgrounds in the template are dark. They're almost all black. Keep things in that kind of subconscious, mysterious territory. Even looking at this very first image that you see in the top section, in the hero section, we've got this plant that's covering this woman's face. All you can see is the eye, and that eye right here, this is literally staring deep into your soul. That is such a Scorpio intensity, such a Scorpio quality. Although it can be intimidating to some, for those who are ready for the journey with the Scorpio energy, or the journey with you as a scorpionic type of leader, if you're resonating with this, as a scorpionic type of facilitator, those who are ready, those who you are designed to serve in your collective, they will want that intensity. They will be drawn to it because you're the right person that can really go deep with them. And that's what they're looking for. That's something you're meant to play up and emphasize in your branding. Those are your unique strengths. They're not for everybody, but they will be for the aligned people for you. And that's what will help you stand out more. So even this first image, it's just the eye looking straight into your soul. That's a very scorpionic type of experience. And then even my outfit, I was inspired by this other image. We've got sort of the boss CEO vibes. It's all in black. Looking at her jewelry, I think there's a little wishbone or something. Even the jewelry, it's high end, but playing with bones, snakes, skulls, things related to death as well, imagery related to death and rebirth, and the serpent. Those are very scorpionic images that can be really effective for emoting this type of energy. Again, it's very mysterious. Like even in this image, we can't see the face, we just see the legs, and it just leaves you wanting more. It leaves you curious, it leaves you intrigued to keep learning, to keep scrolling, by really playing into the mystery. Even this image, I saw this image, I was like, that is Scorpio all the way. High-end editorial Scorpio energy right here. This is your mission statement section. But even looking at this imagery, look, it's like, it's this beautiful, mysterious woman. You can't even see her eyes. They're covered in sunglasses. She is, you can kind of see she's like in the water. She's submerged in the water almost entirely. Just the face is not in the water. That is such a scorpionic image right there. You can think of Scorpio too as like an iceberg. When you see an iceberg, what you see above the surface is like just a small fraction of the entire size of the iceberg. Most of it, the bulk of the iceberg actually lives beneath the surface. You just can't see it at first. So that is a very good metaphor for Scorpio as well. Most of the depth and the substance of what you see, it is beneath the surface. And with this website in particular, my vision was I wanted editorial, I wanted high-end, I wanted it to feel mysterious, and a really good way to achieve that is to go more on the side of minimalism. Less is definitely more when it comes to the scorpionic energy. Leave them wanting more. You know, that's why there is a simplicity to this website, but that simplicity is giving it a lot of impact because it gives you the chance to be very intentional with the imagery you're choosing. And when you're intentional, you have high impact as well. So again, we're still playing off those mysterious vibes. Again, we can only see legs, but it's all telling a story. It's telling a story that leaves me wanting more. You know, like, where is this person going? Who is the person attached to this? You know, where I want to go with them. You know what I mean? And all of this is happening subconsciously. There's so much that you can convey just with imagery that is really telling the story. It's giving off the emotions that you want people to feel through your branding. And with Scorpio in general, we want them to feel intrigued, mysterious, wanting to learn more, wanting to dive beneath the surface, wanting to experience this deep transformation that is the scorpionic energy. So again, we're keeping it on the simple side. I usually recommend adding images to your testimonials to humanize them a bit more. Very easy to do that within this Squarespace template. Simple click of a button. Actually, all of these website templates include the purchase of any template gives you access instantly to my signature Squarespace Savant online course. It is video tutorials, very robust course, incredible reviews, and it's all taught by me, by yours truly, to teach you how to go from branded, built, and launched in 10 steps or less. So everything you could possibly want to know about customizing your template and doing it yourself, it's all included in this video tutorials online course. So you will get access to that. And also, I know I've been talking a lot about the visuals. You will also get access to my private premium collection of stock photos with the purchase of any template. So I have spent hours and hours and hours curating these incredible stock photos that you're free to use commercially for your brand and your marketing and your website. You will get access to this curated collection that's literally thousands of photos at this point. It's always growing as I add more to it. But yes, you get access to all of these stock photos, all the stock photos from every single goddess template in my collection, and so much more. So one last thing I want to mention about the colors. Now, the colors I chose, you might remember earlier I mentioned that Scorpio actually has 2 ruling planets. It's Pluto and it's Mars. Mars gives off a very kind of fiery energy, and Pluto is more this kind of cool, deep, mysterious, transformational energy. So I wanted to play with the warmth of Mars and the cool tones of Pluto. Scorpio in general, as a water sign, gives me those kind of watery, cool tones. So I've combined the warmth and the cool tones into this color palette. And I just want to mention that to give you some good ideas of how you can really play off these energies and get creative when thinking about your colors. And the fonts, of course, they are a bit modern, they're very sleek. Definitely wanted to think of the word sleek when it comes to Scorpio. Sleek, it's minimal, again, it's mysterious. So sleek was really a key word here in the branding. Sleek, sultry, sexy, that is very Scorpio. So that is the end of this little demonstration. So I hope you enjoyed this video, learning all about the sign of Scorpio and how you can uniquely express these energies into your very own brand. Again, if you love this template and you would like to scoop it up and use it for your very own website, please check out all the links in the description below. You can check out my template shop. Check out the whole goddess collection. It has a template for every zodiac sign. And yeah, as I said, it includes the online course, my signature course, Squarespace Savant, to help you go from branded, built, and launched in literally 10 steps or less. Honestly, it has such rave reviews from my customers. They have been blown away by how robust these video tutorials are. They're all taught by me with love and passion and care to really help you customize your template, make it true to you, launch it to the world with confidence. You get access to that premium collection of stock photos to use in your marketing, to use in your website. Literally, it's a collection of thousands and constantly growing as I add to it. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I do offer brand astrology readings. There is a link to that in the description below as well. We can do a reading to really help you dive deep into self-discovery, to help you gain confidence, momentum, and clarity as to your unique purpose. What is the unique role you came here to play? Who is the unique collective that you came here to serve? Who is your soul tribe? Who are your people? How do you communicate to them that is going to be the most magnetic, the most powerful, the most natural to how you normally communicate? How can we unlock that magnetic mastery of your brand voice, of your visual identity to attract your dream people, your dream audience, and expand your impact and your abundance? So yeah, if you want to learn how to unlock and channel your inner CEO, gain that confidence, gain that clarity, get unstuck, and really move forward in the vision that you are born to create as a business owner, these readings are so powerful. They're so powerful to help you do that. So I would be honored to work with you. I would be honored to help you. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here, if you would like to receive more content like this. And leave me a comment. Let me know, where in your birth chart does Scorpio energy show up? Where in your life have you noticed it expressing itself? And did you like this video? Did you learn anything new? Did you resonate with any parts of it? I would love to hear from you and connect with you more. And I hope you have an amazing day. I am going to head on out of here with my Scorpio sunglasses, and I will catch you in the next video. Don't forget to check out the playlist for more design through the signs content. I will catch you next time. Bye.